What is up, guys? It's Drama. Welcome to our all-star episode of NBA Kicks. I know you guys are pumped for this video because I'm pumped, mainly due to the fact that All-Star Weekend was just incredible across the board. I mean, the dunk contest was amazing, the three-point contest was very competitive, and the skills challenge, I had Bam Adebayo winning, so that was really cool for me. But above all else, I mean, what do you guys think about that All-Star game? I mean, in my opinion, the new format was just incredible. Throughout the entire game, I loved every second of it. You could hear Team Giannis and Team LeBron, those kids in the stands, just yelling and rooting for their team. And of course, all that money is going to a very good cause. So it's just great, not just for the community, but for the fans. I thought it was an incredible game. The fourth quarter was very tense, but I know what you guys came here for. You want to know what the best sneakers were during the 2020 All-Star Weekend. So in today's video, we're going to be counting down the 10 best, but I want to share with you my favorite All-Star sneaker of all time. This is the All-Star colorway of the Nike KD4, which I think was All-Star Weekend in Orlando in 2012, if I'm not mistaken. But who had the best sneakers during this year's All-Star Weekend? Well, let's find out. Starting off the list at number 10, we have Jimmy Butler with the All-Star Nike PG4s. All right, so these officially dropped on February 13th, and they're not even really a limited edition sneaker, but I just love this colorway. Now, they're dubbed the Gatorade All-Star colorway thanks to their loud mix of greens and oranges, as well as subtle splashes of purple throughout the upper. The PG4 has been a very popular sneaker this season thanks to its clean aesthetics, as well as solid performance features with a full-length zoom unit holding it down for the cushion, while the upper wraps around your foot with a mesh shroud. But let's be honest, it's dope colorways like this that are making the PG4 a must cop. It is kind of sad though that Paul George wasn't an all-star so he could rock these on the court himself, but I mean, was he an all-star? Next up at number 9, we have PASCAL SIAKAM with a custom colorway of the Nike KD12. Our first custom on the list comes from the Toronto Raptors' first-time All-Star PASCAL SIAKAM, who takes the KD12, a very good on-court performer, and puts his own personal flair that stands out visually and also has some sentimental value. Using a cool gray colorway as a base, this custom has a green and yellow paint splatter design, as well as a red lace swap for some contrast, but whoever did this custom went the extra mile on these by adding what looks like a red leather swoosh over top the printed swoosh that we normally see on the KD12. Now, aside from the green, red, and yellow color scheme that clearly represents Siakam's home country of Cameroon, Spicy P also wrote #doing it for you on the midsole, which is a tribute to his late father. Speaking of Spicy P, did you know that PASCAL SIAKAM has his own limited edition hot sauce? I'm not joking, that's a real thing. Next up at number 8, we have James Harden with the collab colorway of the Harden Volume 4 from Adidas. James Harden and Adidas collaborate with LA streetwear designer Daniel Patrick to make this very classic colorway of the Beard's 4 signature sneaker. Replacing the mesh and synthetic materials we normally see on the Harden 4s, Daniel Patrick replaces those materials with a leather heel and forefoot alongside an acid print on the inner lining and outsole, but my favorite addition of this collab has got to be the 3 white stripes on the midfoot, which give this colorway a classic look that stays true to the brand but remains unique enough not to be stale. It's just a clean sneaker, and that's why they made this list at number 8. Coming in at number 7, we have LUKA DONCIC with a retro colorway of the Air Jordan 34. Alright, now this is where things really start to heat up. LUKA DONCIC rocks a white cement-inspired colorway of the low Jordan 34s, complete with an elephant print panel and Nike Air logo on the heel, white upper, red accents, black eclipse plate, and of course, a gray outsole. It's pretty much a spitting image of the white cement Jordan 3s, but what really makes these awesome is the fact that the last time All-Star Weekend was in Chicago, Michael Jordan rocked the then brand spanking new black cement Jordan 3s, so it's just really awesome to see Jordan Brand come full circle with these, but I think we can all agree that they should have gave LUKA a black cement inspired colorway, but what we got instead is still an awesome looking sneaker that I'm definitely interested in copying if Jordan Brand drops these. Next up at number 6, we have Ja Morant with a new colorway of the Nike Adapt BB2. Earlier this year, Ja Morant debuted Nike's follow-up to their auto-lacing basketball sneaker, the Nike Adapt BB. But during All-Star Weekend, Ja debuted a brand new red colorway that is only available for purchase if you're a gamer. Seriously, you have to play a video game to buy this shoe. This beautiful red and black colorway is an NBA 2K20 exclusive that will feature virtually inside the game and will unlock for physical purchase within the game as well in the coming weeks. That's a real bummer because, as you guys know, my favorite color is red, so I'm loving this colorway, but also because I officially retired from NBA 2K, so if you're like me and you want this shoe but you don't play 2K, you're kind of out of luck. But that's okay because the Adapt BB2 retails for a grand total of $400. So I guess with 400 bucks, we could just buy like 3 pairs of PG4s instead. See? The more you know. Next up at number 5, we have Trae Young with the debut of the Next Level 2020s from Adidas. Trae Young rocked a sweet custom of the first Next Levels during the Rising Stars Challenge that was dressed in black and white and featured a Mamba Academy logo on the forefoot, but the real heat was worn during Trae's first ever All-Star Game appearance. The Next Level 2020 features the same laceless knitted upper from its predecessor, but this time around Adidas fortifies the support with a much beefier midfoot overlay as well as a synthetic leather lateral overlay on the forefoot. Overall, the sequel sports a much softer design with rounder edges that I think I actually prefer over the originals, since they kind of give me a feet you wear crazy 8 vibes. But let me know what you guys think about these in the comment section below. Coming in at number 4, we have A'ja Wilson with the Nike LeBron 17 Low. So this is the sneaker that I'm actually really excited about because technically LeBron wore these before the All-Star break, but since A'ja Wilson wore these during the Celebrity Game and this is the All-Star Weekend episode, I gave her the spot on this list. Not only is this our first look at the low version of the LeBron 17, but this colorway is a special edition Toon Squad colorway, which of course is really hyping me up for Space Jam 2. But I mean, come on, the visuals of this shoe are awesome as well. I mean, look at the detail on the swoosh. Look at all that hairiness going on. Get it? Hair, Bugs Bunny, Toon Squad, whatever. Look, this is just a fun colorway that brought out the kid in me, and say what you will about remaking Space Jam. All I know is I'm gonna be in the theater on opening night to watch Space Jam 2 because Space Jam was literally my childhood. Next up at number 3, we have LeBron James himself with an alternate colorway of the Nike LeBron 17. Now, we knew for quite some time that LeBron was going to wear a Monstars-inspired colorway of his 17 signature model during the All-Star Game, but what we didn't know was that Nike had an alternate colorway up their sleeve that Bron pulled out during the second half. In my opinion, this alternate colorway is far more superior thanks to its unique shades of green and blue, but I'm also just loving that green alligator-like tongue that is inspired by Mr. SIAKAM, the GM, president, and owner of the Monstars. And luckily for Space Jam fans like myself, Nike will be dropping these on February 19th, but at a premium price of $225. Coming in as our runner-up, we have Brandon Ingram with the debut of the Adidas Yeezy Quantum. The highly anticipated, somewhat controversial Yeezy basketball silhouette finally makes its NBA debut, and while a slew of Adidas athletes wore the hyped-up model, Brandon Ingram made the biggest splash since he wore them in the actual All-Star Game itself, but also because he took his shoes off and asked Kanye to sign them before the game. Not only was this just a cool moment between two stars who admire each other's work, but Brandon Ingram now probably has the rarest pair of Yeezy Quantums in the world due to the simple fact that he has Kanye's signature on the midsole, which now that I look at it, is a very interesting signature to say the least. But what I really want to know is if you guys were able to obtain a pair of Yeezy Quantums, would you or would you not play basketball in them? Let me know by dropping a comment down below. Finally, at number 1, as the best sneaker during All-Star Weekend, we have Kawhi Leonard with the debut of the New Balance Kawhi. Alright, so this was very surprising because I had just assumed that these, the New Balance Omnises, was Kawhi Leonard's signature sneaker because New Balance definitely marketed it that way But I guess not, because here we are with Kawhi, rocking the Kawhi, which does look very similar to the Omnis's, but with subtle differences such as fused materials, a slightly lower collar, as well as a more aggressive heel cup. Despite these subtle changes, I expect the Kawhi to perform very similar to the Omnis's, but the reason why you're seeing these at the #1 spot is because Kawhi absolutely balled out in these, winning the first ever Kobe Bryant All-Star Game MVP award. So a great performance like that alongside the debut of a brand new signature sneaker is pretty awesome, and I think it's enough to officially make these the best sneaker worn during the 2020 NBA All-Star Weekend. Thanks so much for watching this week's episode of NBA Kicks. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button because we got new episodes dropping in your feed weekly. And I just want to take a second to thank everyone who's been watching NBA Kicks this season. Your guys' support just absolutely means the world to me. My name's Jaren. It's great having you. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.